up, Taiwan? I'm Erika Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. German lawmakers visiting Taiwan have said it is unacceptable for China to change the cross-strait status quo by force. The delegation from Germany's Free Democratic Party is in Taiwan on a 4-day trip, which Beijing has already criticized. James Chater reports.
Over the past year, a growing number of EU delegations have walked through these doors at Taiwan's foreign ministry. Now, 10 German parliamentarians are here for a visit they say shows support for Taiwan's democracy. But it comes at a time when the EU's economic powerhouse is debating how it can develop ties with Taiwan while reshaping relations with China, Germany's largest trading partner. While in Taiwan, the visiting lawmakers met with the country's president and foreign minister. They also travelled to Hsinchu Science Park, Taiwan's semiconductor hub. But when asked if discussions took place on Taiwanese semiconductor giant TSMC's reported plan to open a factory in Germany, the delegation's leader was clear.
No, we didn't talk to them. We didn't meet them.
Germany is facing an energy crisis driven largely by an over-reliance on Russian gas. In Berlin, that's prompted reflection over trade dependencies on authoritarian countries, including China. And that's what brought these politicians to Taiwan, which they say is at the forefront of systemic competition in the 21st century. I wonder if there were any discussions during your trip on how Taiwan might be able to contribute to that broader strategy of weaning Germany off dependencies on autocratic states, whether that's Russia or China.
We encourage Taiwanese officials, for example, or companies to consider German technology when it comes to buying planes or trains or whatever, because it helps. The economic dimension of avoiding a horrible scenario is something we can effectively bring on the table.
Germany's not the only EU delegation currently in Taipei. Also here are politicians from Spain and Lithuania. And with 3 EU delegations visiting Taiwan in the first weeks of the new year, the EU looks committed to Taiwan and to its democracy. Howard Zhang and James Chater for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's Air Force is doing exercises to defend the skies above Taiwan. They are taking place just before the Lunar New Year. Jaime Ocon reports.
Mirage 2000s taking to the skies, and F-16s practicing special maneuvers. These are just some of the fighter jets taking part in the Tianlong drills, Taiwan's largest Air Force exercises, which this year happen to take place close to the Lunar New Year. These exercises simulate air combat and are designed to train Taiwan's pilots to protect the country's airspace.
与 F-16 型机对抗的情况之下，是借由队员的良好作战的操作以及默契的配合，我们是全数将4架模拟的红军全部击杀。那我们的战损的部分的话，是被模拟击杀1架。
These Mirage 2000s are stationed in the northern county of Hsinchu. The aircraft are designed for quick takeoff. These fighters, along with the F-16s, often scramble to intercept Chinese warplanes, which frequently breach the country's air defense identification zone. But this isn't the country's airspace. It's used as a buffer zone for defensive purposes. China often flies military aircraft near Taiwan as a form of pressure and intimidation. Taiwan's defense ministry says this threatens regional security.
那台湾所扮演的角色是在一个印太局势中一个很关键的一个角色。那当然，各国家的学员，他们对于现在的这个区域局势相当感兴趣。
Taiwan has been ramping up its combat readiness in recent months, and drills like the Tianlong are one way the country can boost its ability to defend itself. Damon Lin and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
The United States says it plans to deploy Marine units armed with missiles to Japan's Okinawa Islands by 2026. That's according to Japanese media. U.S. defense officials say the Marines would serve as a quick reaction force as they would carry lighter equipment. The plan will be officially announced on Wednesday when Japanese and U.S. defense officials meet for talks. It comes after China conducted large-scale air and sea assault drills in the region. U.S. President Joe Biden and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida are set to meet on Friday to discuss regional defense and security. 2 former military officers have been found guilty of trying to recruit personnel to spy for China. A court in Taipei ruled that former Air Force Major General Qian Yaodong and Lieutenant Colonel Wei Xianyi violated the country's National Security Act. The pair received suspended sentences and have been fined around $30,000. The court said that it had considered the officers' clean criminal records and that their actions, quote, did not cause any actual damage to national security in handing down the verdict. It comes just a week after 3 active military officers and an Air Force captain were detained in an unrelated espionage case. A local news outlet says it's laying off a quarter of its staff just 4 months after it was founded. Next Apple News came into being in September last year. Singaporean businessman Joseph Hua set up the company and named it after the defunct Apple Daily, formerly run by Hong Kong media tycoon Jimmy Lai. The new company reportedly kept over 90% of Apple Daily's staff. However, on Tuesday, leaked company documents show Next Apple plans to lay off 50 members of its workforce of around 200. The outlet will reportedly give better severance terms for people who agree to leave. Labor authorities say they were not told about the downsizing, as the law requires. Employees were also caught off guard.
太突然了，而且真的蛮错，就是完全是毫无预警的，然后也没有前兆这样。说实话，我觉得他们应该是在规避一些法律问题，让非自愿离职的去抢这50个名额，其实真的很不合理啊！就基本上是没有在善待员工。
Reports of counterfeit banknotes are on the rise in Taiwan, and the country's central bank is trying to help people spot fakes. Jaime Okan has more.
How many children are on this banknote? The actual answer may surprise you. Reports of counterfeit bills are on the rise as the Lunar New Year approaches. And Taiwan's central bank says there's an easy way to tell if an $1,000 banknote is a fake. This commonly used note is worth about $33. Experts suggest the key is counting the children on the note, something most people cannot do correctly.
4个，4个
，1、2、3、4、5个吧，就看这张，我平常没有在注意。
The correct answer? 6. 2 of the children are not so obvious. An expert on money explains the difference between a legitimate bill and a fake.
这4个会很明显的，可是它隐藏款就是在这里小小的，这边也有一个，对。 那基本上摸起来，这2个隐藏款是平滑的，没有什么感觉。
The best way to spot a fake is to feel the bill. Money is a popular gift during Lunar New Year, which will take place at the end of January. And with a little knowledge, people can avoid accidentally giving their loved ones worthless pieces of paper. Damon Lin, Sam Robbins, and Jaime Okan for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's National Financial Stabilization Fund says it recorded almost $30 million in unrealized losses last year as it helped prop up the country's stock market. The fund was set up in the year 2000 to serve as a buffer against unexpected external factors in Taiwan's equity market. In July, the Ministry of Finance allowed the fund to make its 8th intervention in stock market in response to a volatile U.S. Federal Reserve. Finance experts hope the equity market will stabilize in the second quarter of 2023. The Taipei International Book Exhibition is set to return to its usual January time slot. This comes after a 3-year disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. This year's fair is themed The Multi-Universe of Reading. Organizers say it aims to give book lovers different ways to experience literature. It'll feature installations inspired by world classics such as The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Poland is this year's special guest country for the first time, with Polish authors set to be featured prominently throughout. The exhibition will be held from January 31st until February 5th.
我们好像真的可以回到一个过去书展它应该有的一个样子，在阅读的这个世界里面，我们可以做非常多的展演。其实它有非常多不同的角度。那我觉得书展它也一直有一个继续推广阅读的这个功能啊。
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally today, we leave you with images of cats in the Turkish city of Istanbul. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.